My friend literally said the damnest thing to me the other day about my throat, and I feel like I have to relay this information to you guys because it's just something that's a little bit jarring and something that I'm still pondering about and I would like some opinions on. But at the same time, do not give me your opinion. I literally do not care for it. But at the same time, I like your thoughts on it. Just thoughts. I don't want you guys to vocalize it. Just think about it, okay? So I have this thing where I drink and like it's super loud. Like it's so fucking loud that like whenever I do drink something, I have to like be super conscious that like we're not talking about like super serious topics. Everybody literally stops, like listens to me drink because I gulp that fucking loud. Like my friend the other day recorded me when I was drinking some fucking water, and I was drinking it like a 3 year old because I had no conception of what liquid was. I was scared. I feel like I drink the way that like someone who is like fearful of like the drink getting taken away from them. And the thing is, I know how to drink water. Obviously, I've drank it from my mom's tits. Okay, like I know how to drink. Just not alcohol, just water, just any liquid. But for some reason, my human body does not allow me to drink normally. So when I do drink, I kind of have to force myself to really like think about how loud my throat game is. So the other day, my friend, she was theorizing, right? She has a big brain like me, and she was like, Quinn, I think the reason why you drink so fucking loud is because you have a small throat. And at first, I was like, oh, I was kicking my feet, twirling my hair, blushing and shit because I thought she was implying that my throat came fire. And she was like, no, I just think you have a small throat. And then every time you like drink, you just drink in such large amounts that like it just like your throat can't keep up. And I was like, that's bogus. That's bogus. Like how dare you underestimate my throat game? So so then I threw up this theory, right? Not threw up like blah, but like threw out this theory, right? I threw out this theory that perhaps on the opposite hand, I actually have a very big throat. And the reason why I gulp so loud is because the liquid that is going down in my throat, like there's so much space in my throat that like if there's so much space in my throat that my body doesn't know how to compute it in a way that I'm drinking. Okay, let me explain this in a more rational, humanizing way, right? So when I'm drinking my shit, right? When I'm like, okay, water, here it is. When I drink things, I drink things in gulps because that's how you drink shit. But I feel like the way that I drink, it's like it's like so my throat is like this size, right? But the fucking drinks I'm taking are this fucking size. So obviously it's this versus this. And I'm kind of like in my head, I'm like Quinn, there's no way you're going to be able to survive such a big fucking gulp with this throat. Like it's huge. Like it's huge, right? But like the gulps you're taking are even bigger. And then my body is like freaking out. They're like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, you can't be doing this shit. But I do it, right? So I take this big ass gulp and my body's freaking out because it's like, dude, there's no way we're going to be able to take this down without a massive fight. So my throat, right, in turn, like overreacts to like the amount of water I'm actually consuming. Because my mind, I think, is probably thinking that I'm taking in more water than what I'm actually intaking. That's what I'm thinking here. That's what I'm theorizing. I don't have an X-ray to really kind of like uh verify this, but like this is what I'm hypothesizing. This is my hypothesis, right? If my throat game be kind of good, then I think this is why I drink like this. I don't know. I don't know what hypothesis. I don't know what it is, but like I think it's probably the setup is probably like if my throat game. I mean, if my throat is huge, wait, or maybe it's like I I don't remember what the fucking okay. I don't. It don't matter. Okay, we're going off topic, man. This is I'm not gonna be tested on this shit. What I'm trying to say is that when I feel like when I drink water, like like the gulping motion is like the gates of heaven, and like the water that I'm drinking is like essentially the individuals that are trying to go through the rite of passage. So the rite of passage is my throat, and the gulping action is like opening up the gates to the rite of passage. So the water that is trying to go in first has to pass through the gates, which has a lot of emphasis, right? Like the gates when they open, they're like kapow. Like it isn't like a thing where it's just like, okay, you guys can come in. Like some of my friends, like they have a really like a delicate like gulp. What was that? Anyways, my friends have a very delicate gulp, whereas with me, well, let's just say you guys heard. I gave you guys an example. I'm not gonna do it again because I'm kind of embarrassed now, because I heard it. Because usually when I drink, I feel like I like drink as if like, you know how like them iPad kids be drinking with both their fucking hands, like, and then after they finish, it's literally like a life changing event where they're like panting hard as fuck and they have to literally wipe their mouths because they're so like out of it, because it was like they literally went into an altered state just drinking that water. That's not how I am, but at the same time, I get that sensation. You know, when I finish drinking, I'm like, wow, I was literally fighting for my life. Like I literally could have died, and yet I didn't. And then I just keep on drinking because I'm a thirsty motherfucker. Like anybody who knows me, I'm a thirsty ass bitch. I literally buy like 3 drinks all at once, and then I gulp it all down at once. And well, there'll be times where I'll just sip on it, and there'll be times where, oh, I tooted. There'll be times where I like literally will like down that shit like 1 second gone. But like other days, I literally will forget about it. I'll buy a big ass fucking Starbucks drink, and it's delicious. The most like fine tasting thing I've ever tasted, right? And then I forget about it, and then it becomes all melted, and then it's no longer edible. It's no longer drinkable. But I still drink it anyways because I paid good money for it. So I'm gonna drink that fucking watery ass matcha drink that tastes like fucking dookie. But I paid like $6 for it, so I'm gonna finish it. So that's why I get drinks with no ice now. I literally don't get ice in my drinks because I forget about them so often that it's not even worth it for me to like buy a drink with ice in it, because at the end of the day I'm paying for a watered down product, because by the time I get to it and truly enjoy it, it's lukewarm and fucking watered down, man. It's like this is the drink and this is the rest of the fucking water, man. That's all the ice. So at this point I don't buy nothing with fucking ice in it. But anyways, we're veering off topic. I'm not really sure why I drink like that. I can show you guys one more example, but do not laugh, okay? If you guys laugh at me, I literally don't care, but at the same time I care so much. Like I care so much that you guys can like hear me gulp, okay? So, real water bottle right here, just water. I just cracked it open. Check. Okay, that wasn't even me like playing it up. Like that's genuinely how I drink. Like I don't know how else I can like show you guys. Like I don't have any other drinks in there. I just have water. I consume like spicy products a little bit different, like spicy like Coca-Cola products, where they literally like will make my eyes water a little bit differently, but otherwise I feel like those sips are a little bit smaller, but they still sound the same. They still have it like, you know? So yeah, that's all I wanted to come on here and talk about. I'm not really sure. Well, like I said, I came on here for opinions and thoughts, but I don't want them, okay? Like, I literally do not care what you guys say about how I drink, because at this point in time, I really, like, I can't really change it. It's just been like this, and it's only been, like, a recent, like, discovery, because I've been drinking a lot more, just water, in front of people, because usually when I go out in public, it's just a very, like, oh my gosh, like I'm a girl, I don't eat. But now it's like, who gives a fuck, man? I almost died. Okay? I almost died, and like I don't give a fuck. So I'm just gonna drink, eat whatever the fuck I want. Like, it's whatever. And then like my eating habits, a lot of people say it's weird, but I don't even want to get into them, because then that's yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. But so yeah, that's my drinking patterns. No thoughts, no opinions on it, but I do want some advice. But keep it to yourself. Only when I ask for it. But when I do ask for it, don't give me it, because I don't care. But anyways, thank you. And yeah.